Good things happen to those who wait, but what about those who don't want to wait? Is there anything you can do now to instantly improve your situation? Is there anything that has an immediate impact on the quality of your life? Of course there is, okay? Welcome to Alux, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. So first of all, you need to execute. Everyone has experienced that newfound urge to dramatically change their life one random night at 2 a.m. The question is, will that urge still be there in the morning? Because that's where most people come short. The first step in instantly improving your life is commitment. Because look, okay, without it, the rest of this video is pretty pointless. You have to go through the motions and be uncomfortable for a little while. Because make no mistake, any kind of improvement comes with a considerable amount of effort. Just because it has an immediate effect doesn't mean it's quick or easy to do. And if this doesn't sound like something you want to do, well, this video isn't going to do anything for you besides give you a false sense of hope. Number 2, stop expecting others to solve your life for you. Does your life suck in some regard? Are you worried, stressed, tired? We all are, okay? We're all dealing with stuff, yet only some people choose to get off the couch and do something about it. Chances are you put yourself in this mess you find yourself in, and even if you didn't, nobody's gonna miraculously drop down from the heavens in order to make everything perfect for you. You've been alive long enough to know that change only happens when you change. So take this opportunity to have an honest conversation with yourself. What are the biggest issues in your life right now? Which ones can you realistically solve if you pushed yourself? Then make it a priority to get it done. We've got this tendency to feel overwhelmed because problems tend to stack up and bleed into each other, to a point where you feel paralyzed and don't want to deal with any of them, hoping they'll all just go away. But the truth is, they don't. They won't. They just grow more. But chances are you have what it takes to solve at least some of them. Start small and build momentum. Sooner or later, you'll find yourself cleaning up your life one domino at a time. And speaking of cleaning, number 3, clean up your house. Because your environment has a direct impact on your mood and quality of life. That's why you're peaceful in a forest and distracted in Times Square. Start with your desk, then your room, then go for your entire house. There's a feeling of pride when you look back at how much order you put into the chaos that was your life before. You feel powerful because your actions are actively changing your environment for the better. Deep down, we all prefer order to chaos, and cleaning up your house is just that first push that gets you moving in the right direction. Number 4, cut the amount of bad food. Look, okay, you're not going to become the embodiment of healthy eating overnight. Nor should you, as that requires a type of effort you're not familiar with yet, and it might put you into a losing scenario. But if you're unhealthy, 9 times out of 10, it's because you're eating stuff in excess. And it might not even be your fault. Here's the reality, okay? Everyday food is extremely dense in calories, cheap and easy to get. You can eat an entire day's worth of calories without even realizing it. Here's a fun example. An espresso from Starbucks has 5 calories, but a tall frappuccino from Starbucks has 375 calories. That's a whole breakfast right there in a cup of coffee. Do you realize how insane that is? It's no wonder there's an obesity epidemic going on. This is gonna be a shock to your entire system. You're probably addicted to processed sugar and don't even know it unless you have health issues and medications causing weight gain. Chances are you eat fried food way too much. And if you're dealing with body fat issues, it's likely not because you're big boned or your genes are making you fat. You're just stuffing that hole in your face with too much unhealthy shit all the time. At the end of the day, it all boils down to a couple of simple choices. You don't have to eat grass sprinkled with water to be healthy. You don't need extreme diets or pills to be healthy. You just need moderation, okay? You can eat a chocolate chip cookie and still be healthy and feel great, if that chocolate chip cookie isn't the dessert after a creme brulee brown sugar frappuccino. Number 5, avoid the algorithm. The internet runs on ads. That's why one of the worst things you can be as an online creator is demonetized. thing is, the content needs to draw in clicks so the ads get viewed and so the corporation makes a nice profit. That's like 99% of the internet. And in turn, 99% of what's online is of absolutely no interest to you. It's just being recommended to you so you spend more time on the platform so you see more ads. And what this does to you is make you disoriented, anxious, and angry at nothing in particular. Drama sells, outrage sells, misinformation sells the best, and the best, most immediate thing you can do for your mental peace is to avoid what's being recommended to you. Opt for what's related to your immediate and long-term interests and goals. Your new best friend is the not interested button. There's too much clutter, too much noise, and half of it is made by bots anyways. If you go through with this, what you'll find is a weird amount of extra time on a daily basis. We're talking full hours here. Your first reaction will be an urge to fill this newfound time with content, but don't. Use it to execute on points from this list. Number 6. Reach out to an old friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Remember when you used to think you were going to change the world together, but then the world ended up changing you? Relationships fade away if you don't maintain them. Not over bad blood or anything like that. They just fade. We drift apart due to being more and more absorbed into the trivialities and struggles of our everyday lives. One message or phone call can rekindle a dying relationship. So do it right now and see what they've been up to. No need to be fancy about it, just let them know you were thinking about them. It signals to them that you still value this relationship. If you're feeling like it, you might even take them out for drinks or for food. You wouldn't believe just how amazing it feels when you reconnect with someone you've always vibed with. Number 7. Make a genuine effort to be optimistic. The way you view the world has a profound impact on how you live your life. It's very easy to be pessimistic and think that everything is turning to crap. Largely because, well, most of the time it kind of seems that way, but that doesn't make you any better. It actually makes you way worse. The desire to be better, to improve, to live a better life comes from the belief that these things are actually possible and attainable. If you only look for problems, you'll only find problems. But if you only look for solutions, well, you'll only find opportunities. This is a major mentality shift. Optimistic people are happier because they're looking forward. And speaking of looking forward, number 8, make a plan for tomorrow, and then for the day after and the week after, and so on. Because you want to know why you don't do more with your life, why you don't get more things done? It's because you don't plan what you have to do. You just have a vague idea of what you expect to happen at some point in the foreseeable future. A plan is different. It forces that wishful thinking into the realm of reality. Start small with tomorrow. Create a schedule for yourself and plan out your day. Try to be specific. Make sure to include some things that you've been postponing. The moment you start planning your day, you're taking control of your time. This is how super successful people manage to get so much done in the same 24 hours as everyone else. Number 9, wake up at the same hour every day. Going to bed earlier has the benefit of allowing you to wake up a bit sooner than usual and tackling some of the tasks on your daily plan way before you normally would be awake. We used to consider ourselves night owls, but we found that productivity usually drops no matter how hard we tried to justify it at the time. And this led us to a better way of managing our energy levels. Here's the thing. Everyone is a morning person, okay? Those who say they're not, they're just bad at sleeping. I mean, you just woke up, your brain is rested, your energy levels are up. And it makes total sense to use this fresh energy to tackle the day. And then the day is 1 before 1 p.m., trust us. Nobody has a productive day if they've done nothing until noon. This is the modern day superpower. Wake up at around 7 a.m., take care of all of the important things until 1. Then you're done and everything else is just bonus points. Number 10, set up a daily anchor task. This is something your whole day revolves around. Now, when it comes to sailing, that anchor's purpose is to make sure the boat isn't drifting away uncontrollably at sea where the waves are unpredictable and the currents can drag you away. And in your daily life, an anchor task has the same purpose, to keep you grounded and focused. It's something you do every day regardless of whatever happens or where you are. These tasks could be something as simple as a daily weigh-in every morning so you know if that diet is paying off. Remember, you can't improve what you don't track. Maybe spending 5 minutes writing in a gratitude journal before you make your coffee. Taking the first 2 hours after you wake up to work on something specific, or maybe listening to a coaching session on the Alux app for 10 minutes every day, which, by the way, my friend, you can save 50% on your yearly plan by scanning this QR code. The purpose of these anchor tasks is to keep your days predictable and knowing that you'll always do something that's good for you, regardless of whatever else happens. This is why highly efficient people keep a whiteboard in their office where they track what's important on a daily basis, or why others don't skip the gym even if there's a storm outside. These core tasks, daily anchors, or whatever you want to call them, sit at the basis of building good, healthy habits. Number 11, figure out where you're wasting money. If there's one overarching idea that governs this video, it's that of control, because control is power. Your ability to control as much of your life as possible is what makes life incredible. Otherwise, you're just trapped, going through the motions, dancing at whatever tune is playing. Control comes from understanding what's happening. The better understanding you have of what's going on around you, the more power you have to alter it. Now let's control your money. So the first step is to have a clear understanding of what's happening. How much money are you making and where is it going? If you ever begin monitoring your spending, you'll be shocked at how bad you actually are with your money. You'll quickly find ways to streamline your spending habits, and for some of you, this will be the first time you have excess capital. What you do with that is what's going to make all the difference. Number 12, identify one way you can earn more. So since the title of this video is about things you can do right now that will improve your life, let's take a couple of minutes to focus on your income. You're either an employee or a business owner. Either way, we want you to start thinking about ways you could bring in some extra money. For employees, it's pretty straightforward. You could ask for a raise. It's probably been a long time since you got one, and chances are your workload has increased since then. If that's the case, find the right time and ask for a 20% raise. Most of you might not know this, but employers can justify a 10 to 20% increase every year if that employee performs well, just because it would be more time-consuming and expensive to find and train someone else. If you don't think you deserve a raise, head into their office and let them know that you're interested in earning more money and are ready to take on more responsibility. They'll jump at the opportunity to give you more work. For business owners, it's a bit more creative, but usually falls into one of the following hats. 1. Upselling your existing customers. 2. Marketing better to bring in new customers, or 3, creating a new offer for a different market segment. Take a moment to think about every one of these 3. If all else fails, you can always take a look at what you're currently doing and figure out if there's anything you could do more efficiently and earn by saving costs. For this, think automation and leveraging volume. Number 13, identify what makes you happy and what doesn't. Most people never take a minute of their lives to think about this small question, so congratulations, you. In all honesty, you might be the first person in your family to sit down and genuinely think about the way you experience life. So make a list. Put down things that you're doing that bring you happiness and joy. Write them down. Then do the same for what doesn't make you happy, the things that you wished would happen less. Now take a look at these lists. The secret to winning at life is doing more of the things in the first column and fewer of the things in the second and third. And don't brush this off lightly, okay? It's usually the simple things like writing this stuff down that makes all the difference. The moment you put them down into writing, you'll realize it's harder than it seems. Because to get to the good stuff, you have to be honest and dig deep within yourself. At the end, you're left with a good reflection of what you should be shooting for. Number 14, write down 3 good things you can make happen for yourself by the end of the year. Now, how does this instantly improve your life, you ask? Well, it gives you a sense of purpose, okay? If you've got no reason to do anything, well, you won't do anything. So take a piece of paper and write down 3 things you can make happen for yourself in the next 6 months. Something easily achievable, but highly valuable. Things like hitting your ideal weight, improving the relationship with your partner, or making considerable progress on that side project you keep finding excuses not to do. Now, create a couple of core tasks that you can do on a daily or weekly basis that keep you grounded on the path toward these 3 good things. And now what's left is going on about your daily life, taking all of these things into consideration and sticking to them. You see, here's the big secret of this video. There's nothing you can do tomorrow or next week or next year that will improve your life. They all happen today, okay? Everything you do today impacts what you'll do tomorrow as well. And this is because of the final point in this video. Number 15, how you live your day is how you live your life. Life doesn't happen after you get rich or after you get married or after you get absolutely shredded or after you get promoted or after you quit your job. Life happens every day. The things you do every day define your life. If you make today great, then today you had a great life. It really is that simple. So go out there and live a great life, Aluxer. And of course, we've got a bonus for those watching until the end. Number 16, do one thing you wanted to do as a kid. Now, chances are, if you're watching this video, you're no longer a kid, but those childhood desires are still roaming somewhere within you. So dig around and think back to the days when you were just a kid and what your desires were back then. You now have the ability to satisfy at least one of those desires. So go ahead and make young you proud of the person you've grown into. Or at least remember a time when you wanted what you currently have. Those are powerful words, and Aluxer, we hope you let them sink in. And if you are a true Aluxer and this bonus point resonated with you, please write the word remember in the comments, just so we can keep track of those of you who are in this for real. Thanks for spending some time with us today, my friend. We hope you found some value in this video. Until next time, take care.